Hello, family of Christ, and greetings to you from rainy Washington State. I am Pastor Berrigan Eichhoff, the child of Beth and Pastor Josh Nelson. You might remember me from running around the halls of Family of Christ for many years at various stages of my life. But now I'm here to participate in your Songs of Justice and Peace midweek devotion series for Lent. I love contemporary music. I love contemporary songs. I love finding new music that speaks to faith in our current times. And I want to share one song that I learned just a month ago. It's by a group called The Many, based out of Chicago, Illinois. You can find them at their website, themanyAreHere.com. And I heard them sing this song down in, Anaheim, California, actually, at the ELCA's Youth Ministry Network Extravaganza. And they sang this song, this repetitive, meditative song that I thought just really hit our present moments and gave both a cry of lament, but also a cry of justice for our current times, that any of us can sing and experience the Spirit tearing down our walls. And so the song is called Tear Down the Walls. It's based on a simple chorus. It goes like this. Tear down the walls, tear down the walls, tear down the walls between us. And it repeats. And then there are verses that go in between that speak to certain kinds of walls that persist. Walls that are literal walls, border walls that keep us separated into different people, different nations, that justify our thinking that just because we are different, that means that we deserve different treatment, that we are not called to love people the same because of these borders that tell us that we are different. The second verse talks about the walls that we build with our senses, with our way of being in the world, the walls that cause us to look away from each other, that cause us to ignore each other's suffering, ignore each other's plight, ignore the injustice that other people experience, the walls that we build ourselves through this position of ignorance, of willful ignorance, of not wanting to change, and so letting these walls be constructed. And then in an explosive bridge, the song names the way that we build walls every day. The walls that we want to make because of the sins that we do, the walls that we don't intend to make because of the things we do not do. That's why I love that in our confession and forgiveness on Sunday worships, we acknowledge the sins that we do and the things that we have failed to do. The song acknowledges that these walls that separate us, these walls that cause so much pain, they're made by us. They're made by the prejudice, the trauma, the oppression that lives in us. Some of it that we will, some of it that we don't will, some of it done to us, but nonetheless, we contribute to these walls of division, of pain. And yet, we come back to this chorus each time. Tear down the walls, tear down the walls, tear down the walls between us. It starts as a meditation, maybe a lament, maybe a plea, but by the end of the song, with all of the build, with all this rumination on these walls that exist between us, it becomes a mission statement. It becomes something more propulsive than just an acknowledgement that things are bad. It becomes a call to justice. You are motivated by this music to figure out where you can begin tearing down the walls that persist between us. It's one of those songs where the way that it is written, the way that it is sung, the way that it's performed, it compels you to action. It's not a song that you can just sing and do nothing afterwards. It's a song that once you sing it, you realize that you need to make a change in how you are living if you wish to live by the faith that you have proclaimed in this song. I think that's what defines the best of contemporary Christian music, contemporary worship music, and I think that's what makes it a song worth singing this Lent and throughout the entire year. And so I'll sing it for you now. I'll play and sing it for you now, so you can get a taste of it. But I guarantee you that it feels different when you're singing it along, or singing along with it, with an entire congregation chanting to tear down the walls, thinking about the ways that we can do that ourselves, with the way that we live, with the way that we see each other, perceive each other, and receive each other, but also in the more active ways that need to be done. The very real walls that keep people separated from what they need, the care that they need, the love that they need, the humanity that they need. So as we sing Tear Down the Walls, I invite you to join me in the chorus as I sing it. But then even more so, I invite you to find a chance to sing this song with a group of people and experience that propulsion, that propulsive inspiration, I guess, that propulsive feel to begin tearing down the walls. Because that's what we ask God to do. That's what God wants to do. This song in many ways is an invitation to let the Spirit do the work that the Spirit longs to do, which is to tear down the walls between us. Tear down the walls, tear down the walls, tear down the walls between us. Tear down the walls, tear down the walls, tear down the walls between us. The clenched fists, the cordon off heart, the borderlines always keeping us apart. The crossed arms, the closed up ears, the long high fence always keeping us in fear. Tear down the walls, tear down the walls, tear down the walls between us. Tear down the walls, tear down the walls, tear down the walls between us. The downcast eyes, the hard grip of hate, the words we shout and the words we do not say, the slow burn, the anger we feel, scarring souls with the lies that we keep. Tear down the walls, tear down the walls, tear down the walls between us. Tear down the walls, tear down the walls, tear down the walls between us. We bring the wood, the iron, the concrete, the fire. We build these walls every day. We carry the hurts, the fear, the shame, and the tears. Our beautiful barricade. time to break them. Tear down the walls, tear down the walls, tear down the walls between us. Tear down the walls, tear down the walls, tear down the walls between us. Tear down the walls, tear down the walls, tear down the walls between us. So I can see, so you can see me too. So I can see, so you can see me too. So we can see each other. Let us let God this Lent tear down the walls between us. Peace be with you, family of Christ.